What's up guys, Blade Master here, going to be bringing you a Total War Rome 2 online battle as per usual. This is going to be a really interesting match that I fought against. Why do I keep saying really interesting? It spoils it. It spoils it. Every time I say really interesting all the time. And if you don't find one of the videos not that interesting, then you're going to think every video is not that interesting, and Jesus Christ, okay. This is going to be a fun match that I fought against Hunnic Warrior Hill from the VOD clan. He is a very good player. I think he made it to like the final rounds of the last tournament. Or wait, did he? Yeah, I think something like that. He's good. He decided to take Pergamon, and I decided to take Odrysian Kingdom. Hopefully, the two armies will be shown right now. Please, cue Blade Master. Blade Master, just cue the editing right now. Full disclaimer, I was a bit on the lash the night before. No, not the night before. The time I was playing this, I was actually getting schwasty, man. I was trying to get that. I was on that goose, bruh. Goose to get them girls loose. But in the end, I was playing Rome 2s in my underoos. Playing in Nemetisena. It's been a while since I've played Odrysian Kingdom. Let's try and let me take a look at the army. I don't even know what I'm fucking with here. 3 Dacian spears, 220 talents. You know, shit units, but I mean very necessary for the Odrysian Kingdom. A couple of Thracian cavalry, and I've got 2 Dacian horsemen, 3 Thracian royal cavalry, a total of 4 Thracian warriors. And it looks like 3 mercenary Falxmen, 1 in the center, 2 on the flanks, and finally 2 Thracian nobles. Now you might be wondering why I've only brought 2 Thracian nobles, and that's because the Thracian nobles are fucking shit. You go ahead, hate on me, see me giving a shit. I hate the Thracian nobles. The Thracian nobles are a unit that I want to love so badly, but they keep, like, I'm just not good enough to use them, I guess. I don't know. You know, one mistake, one tiny little fucking mistake, and they're toast. And I'll come to that. So actually, you know what? I'm gonna pause. The reason why the Thracian nobles are shit is because they have this incredibly crappy combo of poor armor and poor melee, dogshit melee defense. Now, the Lusitani nobles are a unit that you can compare with these guys. The Lusitani nobles have very shit armor, even worse armor than these guys, or maybe the same, but they have excellent melee defense. So what that means is, while the Lusitani nobles are very prone to getting slaughtered by missiles, they won't do all that bad if they got rear charged. Because at the end of the day, they have melee defense. They have really high melee defense, so that means there's a good chance of the enemy's blows or the enemy's swords not, you know, killing them. Whereas the Thracian nobles with their Falxes, they don't really give a shit about protecting themselves. And since the Thracian nobles themselves are so expensive at 1300 talents, one rear charge by even a shit melee infantry unit, and you've just dropped 1300 talents down the drain. So that's why I'd like to bring the Thracian Royal Cavalry. I think they're a much better unit. Now you can see Pergamon Noble Cavalry General here. We've seen this build from Hunnic Warrior before. He's got a Hippeus Lancer here. He's got another Hippeus Lancer there. He's got a third Hippeus. So 4 Hippeus Lancers and a Pergamon Noble Cavalry. It's a very similar sort of setup to Odrysian Kingdom's lineup. That he's trying to cover up the severe deficiencies in his army by just bringing a ton of maneuverability and very good cavalry, just like my Thracian Royal Cav. He's got some Galatian swords, and he's got some. He's got only a single hoplite, some Galatian spears, which is interesting. They have cavalry counter tactics, which will do very well against my Thracian Royal Cavalry. He's got 19 Cavs, some cheap slingers, a couple more hoplites, and some archers as well. Only one, I think, a couple of slingers on the flanks. No, 1 slinger and 4 archers. So looks like my spears took the brunt of the Pergamon Noble Cav charge. My Thracian horsemen just took the charge from his Hippeus Lancers. I have separated my army in you know, a huge amount of, I mean, they're covering a lot of space, and they're also segregated into different areas. That's because I don't want all of them to just get charged at, you know, and my entire army die. Thracian horsemen caught the slingers, destroying them. My Thracian cavalry has caught his Tarentine cavalry in the rear because they are very light, and now I'm going to be able to bring my Thracian horsemen to support. That means his Hippeus Lancer chasing after my Thracian horsemen, which means my mercenary Falxmen can destroy this hoplites over here. And here my Thracian Royal Cavalry are just going to fucking slaughter these Galatian swords. Actually, not. I'm getting overhyped. They don't completely slaughter them, but they do a decent enough amount of damage. And then the spears come in to just let the Station Royal Cav run away successfully. Here the Hoplites just must have gotten slaughtered by the Falxmen. They got 50 kills on the fucking charge. And here the Hippeus Lancers got caught by the Thracian warriors. Oh no, that's bad for the Hippeus Lancers. Hippeus Lancers not a very good unit in the first place, and then they're going to get completely slaughtered by the high melee attack of the Thracian warriors. And here the general is about to just smash through the Galatian swords. They are not going to like that. 50 kills on the charge, 53. That's because these guys have got a great charge for a melee cavalry unit. And that means these Galatian swords are basically dead. Very, very good low tier unit. He's going to come in with his Pergamon Noble Cav General to support, but I'm telling you this is a huge mistake because I'm going to use... Okay, so this move wasn't the greatest. You can see I've just popped Intimidate on the enemy General, and there's no real reason for me to pop Intimidate on him. But the bigger problem is you can see there's a Galatian Spear that's moving in there. And using Intimidate on the enemy General makes no sense, because what was he going to use on me? Intimidate, if you guys don't know, removes the... basically makes it so the enemy, the affected enemy can't use an ability. So the enemy General doesn't have anything that I need to be afraid of. Whereas the Galatian Spears do have an ability that I should be really afraid of, which is Cavalry Counter Tactics, while my Horse General is right there. So I should have used Intimidate on the enemy Galatian Spears and not on the enemy General. And you'll see how that pans out now. Warcry, and then I'm going to use Intimidate on his Pergamon Noble Cav General. And then I'm going to support with my Mercenary Falxman with that Falx of theirs. They're going to completely slaughter this Pergamon Noble Cav, but he's got a lot of support here. Galatian Spears with Cavalry Counter Tactics are going to be doing a lot of damage to my General. They're already down to 55 men, so this is a very... it's not a good engagement for either of us. My Mercenary Falxmen are doing the same amount of damage to his Pergamon Noble Cav. His Hippeus Lancer has caught my Thracian Horseman. I've used Frenzy Charge to hold them there, because Frenzy Charge gives unbreakable morale. Thracian Warriors come in to support. Hippeus Lancer dying. For how, you know, I mean, I'm a bit shwasty at this point, and you know, it's, you know, not while I'm commentating, but when I was playing, for that, you know, I'm not doing too bad. I gotta say, I'm not doing too bad. I have to pat my own back there. His Pergamon Noble Cav has pulled away. My Mercenary Falxman about to get a single XP chevron. This full strength Thracian Royal Cavalry just charged into the Galatian Swords. Didn't get the greatest charge in, but the Thracian Warriors here, for the most part, doing decent. Here, I'm going to show you guys. Okay, it's not a good idea to, I mean, get your units charged at by a Hippeus Lancer. That said, the Thracian Nobles are probably going to get smashed, but against a frontal charge, they will do very well. That's the hypocrisy of these guys. In a frontal charge, they'll do okay, because at the end of the day, once they get back up, they're just going to slaughter anything that comes in their way. But one rear charge, one flank charge by even the crappiest unit, and they will just die. They'll just simply die. Even if one of those Galatian swords charged into their rear or even into their flank, even if they just somehow bog them down, then the Thracian nobles just won't do well. They just don't do well in extended combat. They need everything to go for them. They need the charge to be perfect. They need the type of unit to that just disintegrates very quickly. But the unit also has to be a relatively high value unit, because you need that first charge. You need their initial charge to work out perfectly. Otherwise, they're just going to be a waste. The Station Noble done well. Pergamon Noble Cav General down to 40 men. Here, my Thracian Royal Cav just got charged at by Hippeus Lancer. Got a counter charge in. Going to bring in the spears. Not really helping out there. But the Thracian Royal Cavalry will do well because they have a 15 bonus for this cavalry. They are one of the 2 barbarian cavalry units that have a 15 bonus. I have a Udrysian MVP episode on them where I just, you know, jizz all over them in appreciation of their excellent all-round capabilities. Spear's going to help out here. The Hippeus Lance is not going to be able to pull out very effectively. For the most part, it looks like the Pergamon army is disintegrating, and once I'm able to kill off a lot of their archers over here, which my extensive maneuverability was crucial in helping out, then I should be in a good position to win this game. The Thracian warriors doing a crucial role of chasing away the enemy archers, and it looks like they're probably going to chase. No, I almost thought they were going to turn around and kill off the on-rushing Galatian Spears. Even the Galatian Spears, if they got a rear charge on the Thracian warriors, I think the Galatian Spears would do a decent enough job. Here, the Thracian nobles are going to do very well against her. This is into the rear of these Hoplites. Poor Hoplites. Yeah, the Hoplites are not going to like that, though. Pergamon Noble Cav General down to 15 men. The Galatian spears are doing so well, and it was a huge risk bringing the Galatian spears. I don't really know why he brought the Galatian spears. A traditional Odrysian Kingdom army wouldn't bring too many cavalry, I think, but the fact that he's brought them means that he's done really well, because I just have a shit ton of cavalry. The Thracian Royal Cavalry here getting shot at by archers from two directions. They've caught some of them, but they're taking unnecessary casualties. They're down to 62 men. They've done decently, just like how every Thracian Royal Cavalry does in my matches when I bring it Odrysian Kingdom. Only my general hasn't done well. The other Thracian Royal Cavalry, 169 kills, decent enough job. This Thracian Noble has done very well, but the other Thracian Noble, 121 kills, not, you know, you can't let Thracian nobles run around at the end game. It's very easy to just kill them off at the start of the game, so you need to do that. If you let them proceed on to end game, it's just impossible to. That's when they really, truly show their English word. So here the Hippeus Lancer charged in, killed off my general, but then the mercenary Falxman is just going to cut down the rest of these Hippeus Lancers while they're pulling away. They're going to take a lot of casualties each time they charge in and pull out, and the problem with the shock cavalry is they're going to need to charge in and pull out, you know, a lot of times. Just like how your boy do on a Saturday night. You feel me? So the Hippeus Lancer is going to... Oh, fuck, what a shitty segue. So, Hippeus Lancer pulling away. I've got two Thracian nobles, a mercenary Falxman, a Thracian Royal Cav at 59 men, a Thracian Warrior at 142, and another Thracian Royal Cav at 14. Doesn't look good for Hanik Hill. And now his Hippeus Lancer, though, they're going to just destroy these the Thracian Royal Cav on the charge. Doesn't look like I even got a proper counter charge in there. But the Thracian warriors are coming in to support, but they're just so far away that the Hippeus Lancer can probably charge away, or can probably run away. Or in this case, cycle charge. Well done to Hanik Hill. The Thracian warriors are going to get completely clobbered. But the problem is that these Hippeus Lancer were not spread completely, which means these little pockets of Thracian nobles are going to circle around and just kill them off, or help kill them off. That being said, they're doing very well. 217 kills, about to get a double XP chevron. The archers, huge disappointment for Hanik Hill, and that is clearly why I'm winning. You can see even with a couple of shots, they're just racking up the kills against my Odrysians. That's the reason why I brought a lot of cavalry. You know, you need cavalry to offset the fact that your guys can get crushed by missiles in a matter of seconds. So you need all the speed that you can get to circle around and just catch the enemy archers as soon as possible to let your Thracian warriors do the talking. And the Thracian warriors, I think, are a far more cost-effective unit than the Thracian nobles. Yeah, I said it. No one really brings Thracian nobles for a reason, because Thracian nobles kind of suck. If they were maybe a, 1100 talents, 1050 talents, sure, I think I'd bring them. 1300 talents, don't like them. Mercenary Falxman did brilliant. Yeah, actually, Mercenary Falxman can be just as cost-effective as as Thracian Warriors. Very, very good unit. That's the problem. The problem with the Odrysian Kingdom is... Oh, fuck me. Oh, man, I had so much Indian food. Problem with Mercenary Falxman is... Sorry, problem with Odrysian Kingdom is they have such good low-tier infantry, but at the end of the day, low-tier infantry can only do so much. The only mid-tiers that they have are mid-tier spears and the mercenary hoplites and mercenary veteran hoplites, and you can only bring 2 mercenary veterans, so it's just really not enough sturdiness to win you a match against a halfway decent faction. Hanik Warrior did very well bringing Pergamon and making it such a close game. You know what? Fine. I did well considering I was pretty schwasty too. Pretty toasty at this point. Spears didn't do much, of course, but you can't really expect the spears to do much. Thracian warriors did what they had to do and died. The Thracian Royal Cavalry were meant to help me win the game, and they are far sturdier and far more versatile than the Thracian nobles, which is why I brought them. And I think for the most part they did a pretty decent job. Thracian horsemen also did well. I kind of misused my Thracian cavalry. Kind of suicided them into catching the Tarentine cavalry, and maybe trying to catch some of the archers. Maybe one of them caused the chain out of the archer line, which could have been probably the most critical thing in this battle. Anyways, guys, that's the end of this battle. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more. Peace.